Hello everybody, welcome to my drumming world. It's Stamatis here from SK Drumming and today it's Friday. So on Fridays we have Q&A and communication episodes. Welcome to episode 7. Let's get started with some news. The chicken house has been brought in the foreground and is full active, that project. We are close to finish up with all of these constructions we have. We're keeping pictures for what we have done so far, and at the end I will have just a small bonus when this will finish up in a Q&A episode, a slideshow of what this has been done so far. Hope you like it. We invested much time on it and great amount of love. Our next news goes about the Black Sabbath list of the songs that I suggested for all of you to build. In order to make things simpler for me and for you as well, I plan to create in the community section of my channel, hopefully just right after this episode will be done, a post related to that list. So I will add the list and I will keep it up to date as your comments will come at the end of November to start working on those songs. So you can, for the whole month of November, place a request for a Black Sabbath song. I'm just clearing that thing up only for Black Sabbath songs because I saw requests for other songs as well. Yes, I do love Symphony X, I do love Iconoclast Mano, but this is specifically clear for Black Sabbath. Your song will be in my list as well, as I mentioned in the comment. As about my job status, this week had some tasks here and there to do, nothing significant to refer it as a major change. Yes, sending up CVs, had not the time to create my Fiverr campaign as about the remote recording, but hopefully next week will be a more relaxing one. So I will find the necessary time to do that. This needs to be extremely carefully designed in order to achieve an SEO, if you know that term. And one last decision that I have taken is about the mentions in my channel. So those of you that decide to participate in the comments and place questions, you will be also referred in the description below, meaning that you will be mentioned. And let's move on with your questions. Thank you so much for participating. Question number 1 is from Brian Gribin. You all know Brian. We did a couple of covers together. Hopefully we might do some more if Brian wants to do so. His question was so far the first one, as I remember. Pardon me if I do wrong. And Brian said, "Hey Stamatis, I've noticed that you do drum covers with just your drum audio. Just curious, why you do that?" Brian, I've started releasing the drums only videos. That's what you mean about telling the cover that has only the drum audio. The reason that I've started releasing them is, first of all, to keep track on my progress, just to have a reference where I wasn't, where am I. Other than that, I've noticed many of you that are using my drums only videos for jamming purposes. Yeah, that was my second thought and reason for that. So that other people who want to play along with my drum tracks to be able to do so. Another third reason is for other drummers who want to play a song that I have covered to see what goes on and maybe learn something from it. Let's say a contribution to the whole YouTube community. That's the reasons that I can find. If any of you find any other reason that can add, feel free and drop it in the comments below. Hope that answers your question, Brian. Next question goes to Stamatis Tsolelis. You know Stamatis? So far from my comments, he's furious with his lengthy comments, especially when it comes to discussion. He asks as many things as he can in one paragraph. I love your style, Stamati. So let's get started with his lengthy question. Hello, my friend. I want to ask you or give you opportunity for discussion to the main answer of all time. Why do we do covers? Why do we love to share ourselves to the world and our love for some parts of music? We do not gain money from it, but we must spend more and more to find the best result with better sound and more cameras to have a professional result. Why? For what reason? What are we trying to prove? Maybe our drumming is near to an end and we can't accept and have this as a goal till the end, so we forgot that end at all. Covers are a real psychological medicine for us to forget the end of the drumming. Maybe this is a question for a forum, but I wake up today with this thought and decide to share it. Good morning after all this. Stamati. As always, furious with many questions. Yes, this goes, let's say this fits better to a forum. But what can I do for it in order others to communicate and collaborate and, let's say, build up a community? I will open up with your topic in the community section of my channel so that all of you can participate on that. Let's have a discussion on it. I think the answers are many there, and there is not a correct answer or a wrong answer. Probably some of us may see some things from one perspective, some others may see it from other perspectives. My personal opinion, though, is why do we do covers? Personally, I cannot find musicians in the nearby area so that I can collaborate with them, form up a band, or be a member of a band, because let's say my requirements are high enough for the virtuosity level of the others, no matter of what we play. Yes, I don't want the other members to come up with beers in the rehearsal, drink up, repeating the same mistake. Not practicing at all and trying to learn the songs during the rehearsal, and many more to list. As long as I don't find musicians to do so, I'm doing covers. Yes, for me it's a medicine. I do love it. It's also a way to express myself through the songs I play. Many of you may notice that I don't play the songs, let's say carbon copy of exactly what they are or how they have been played. But those feels are slightly changed and adapted to my expression on what I feel that time that goes on in the cover. That's my perspective. Now let's say as about the drumming. Another reason that doing covers and playing over is that it's a push to improve your drumming. As you prepare a song in order to be cover, this is mandatory. You try to be one with the song, one with the time, and that's a challenge. Some songs are tied so tightly with the tempo, and some other songs are pretty loose. As about the end of the drumming, I don't see any end of the drumming, Stamati. I see many new drummers around getting up. Of course, many of them are playing a knee kit instead of the acoustic. Maybe this is a preference of the modern era that an acoustic drum kit sounds too loud for an apartment, so need heavy sound isolation in order to not bother your neighbors and be friends with the police. But I see many new drummers starting out there. And the human factor in the music equation at least from my perspective, is something that will not be replaced, especially for drumming. For sure, a drum machine can be top level of accuracy, but the human feeling, that small little inconsistencies while we play, adds an extra value, and that cannot be replaced, cannot be substituted with something else. That's my personal opinion. As about the result, why do we spend so much money for equipment? It's pretty obvious that when you start something, whatever that something is, you start as an entry level. You buy cheap equipment and start evolving with that. Start improving till you get the 100% from the equipment you have. Then, of course, you want to go and do it better. Pretty much that applies to a drum set. A newbie drummer can start up with cheapy drum sets. But at a certain level and after, that cheapy drum set will not help that person to improve. Pretty much the same applies with the cameras. The same applies with the microphones. It's in our human nature to improve things. So we spend more and more in order to do that. Of course, if we can afford it. For sure. But we try to do our best with what we have, and if there is a chance with a little gadget here and there to change things for better, well, we always try to do it. That's my personal opinion again. As I said about the cameras, about the improvement, about the end of the drumming. And I will open up this topic to my community section so that you can collaborate. If you want me to open topics there for discussion, feel free to ask them in the comments below. It will be my pleasure to have this channel as a meeting point for all of us that we share the same passion for drums, for the music. Why not? Collaborating, communicating with each other. Hope all of this that I said answer your question as about my own personal perspective on what I see and how I see things. And we can move on this topic to my community section for others who want to participate. Feel free to do so and don't be shy. Next question is from El Baterista Rupestre, Joaquin. Joaquin is one of the friends I found in this community. We are friends on Facebook as well. And he placed this question. Nice bro. We'll add this question for whenever can be answered. I remember you told me once that those Octobans were DIY. Am I correct? If it is, how did you make them? Joaquin, the Octobans I have bought them from Thomann. I have plans for DIY Octobans. I want a couple of them in my right side, but in the country that I live, and mostly in the EU, we have a metric system with meters, centimeters, kilometers, etc. And not the imperial metric system with inches, feet, etc. What the difference is? The Octobans need plastic tube of PVC, and the manufacturers in European Union do not produce 6 inches pipe. 6 inches are 150 millimeters. You can find 140 or 160, but not 150. And With the BR exit, United Kingdom has left European Union a year ago, as I remember. If I order plastic pipes from there or from the United States, it will cost me a small fortune in order to get them because they will pass through the customs. So for now it's postponed. If I can find a source for those pipes, then I will happily evolve to get another two on my right side, long ones. It's pretty simple to do them. If the plastic pipe is cut evenly at 90 degrees angle, then it's pretty easy to find a rim, the keys, and adjust drum head on it. Of course, paint it, finish it. There are plenty of videos out there that describing how the Octobans are being done. Hope that answers your question. And thank you for participating as well in our communication section. By the way, Joaquin, any Black Sabbath preference you might have? In the community section, you can drop a comment with your preferences. There are no limitations of how many songs somebody can request. Next question, and the final one, comes from Cover It. Yeah, bro, it's a nice voice, Mick. I love your kit. You can do the Black Sabbath song you like the most. I'll watch them. One day you can go on to all the hardware you have. Cheers. My sweet brother, Cover It. Thank you so much for your question. And for your Black Sabbath preference. Okay. I will place a couple of Black Sabbath songs with your name on the right, so that you know that those have been done for you. As about the microphone, yes, it's a nice voice microphone. This one is an AKG vintage tube. Pretty much have been recorded many LPs with this one all the time that I was running the studio, and I'm proud of having it. Yes, you love my kit. I love it too, and thank you so much for expressing your feelings for that. And as about the hardware, you mean to do a studio tour? Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Otherwise, yeah, it's in my plans, and it might be a welcome to the how-to and tutorial section that it will open up eventually, let's say in a couple of weeks. So the first video or couple of videos will be done with the studio tour. One for the booth, one for the control room, and I will go through the details of what I have. Hope that answers your question, and thank you so much for participating. As the questions have been finished, I see that we have one episode that it's, let's say, max 10 minutes, and another one that it's a lengthy one. That's just funny for me, and decided to share it with you. We reached up to this episode's end. Thank you so much for placing your questions. Thank you so much for participating. Please go and post your Black Sabbath songs in my community section in the Black Sabbath list. Also discuss with Stamatis, with all of us, your drumming opinions about why we do covers in the community section of my channel as well. Right in the description below there are links for my drumsticks I use. There are also links for my Fiverr gigs, and for sure there are links to the channels of those who have been placed questions for this episode. If you want to place question for the next episode, feel free to drop it in the comments below. Also, If it happens to land on this video for the first time, please subscribe, hit the notification bell to be informed when a new video will be released, hit the like button and share it with your friends in order to spread the word about me. It's a great help for me and also it's an energy boost for me to continue this movement and deliver you those episodes, those drum covers, those drum only videos. And feel free to navigate through the rest of my videos as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. Next Q&A will be on next Friday. Till then, stay tuned for the next drums only video on Sunday. The next cover on Tuesday, as usual. It will be a spicy one. And my best wishes for you to have a perfect weekend. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy, be happy, and do not forget to smile. Bye, everybody!